Hey guys, Dr. Devon Coughlin here. We have a super special video for you today. We're going to teach you the top 3 exercises that you can do at home for lower back pain, okay? So we're going to go through these 3 different exercises. Obviously there's more, but I want to give you the best 3 so that you can treat your own spine at home when you have ongoing back pain. All right, so the first one we're going to go over here is the cross crawl exercise. All right, so I'm going to show you in just a minute how we do that. What that exercise is going to do, it's actually going to target your core muscles here in the front, also your lower back muscles, and it's also going to help to stabilize the muscle inside your oblique muscles. All right, so we're going to run through the cross crawl exercise, and I'm going to show you beginner first, and then we'll go into a more advanced version, okay? So again, it's going to help stabilize your core muscles in and around the spine, because the stronger your core is, the less stress that's going to be on your spine. All right, so let's go through the beginner version here. So what you're going to do is you're going to start in a nice athletic stance, hands and knees here. And what we're going to do first is we're going to bring one of our legs back and straighten it out. All right, so I'm going to do the right leg first. We're going to bring it back just like that and hold that for 5 seconds. Now when I do all these exercises, I want to make sure that my head is up. I don't want to have my head down like that. That's going to strain my neck. So I want to be looking straight ahead like that. I'm going to come down back to all fours, and then I'm going to come back with the opposite leg. So I'm going to bring that nice and straight. It's going to target my lower back muscles, my abdominal muscles. It's also going to work the oblique muscles there. All right. I'll bring that down, and I'll go back to the other side. So I'm going to hold each one of these for 5 seconds, and I generally want to do at least 10 on each side. As you get better at it, you'll add, up to 20 on each side. So on and so forth. So let's go over the more advanced version here next. All right, so now that you mastered the beginner version, we're going to go through the advanced version here of the cross crawl exercise. So again, I'm going to start in that athletic position on my hands and knees, and I'm going to start by bringing one leg back, that's that right leg, and then I'm going to take my opposite arm and I'm going to bring that straight in front. I'm going to hold that nice and still for 5 seconds. I'm going to come back down to the hands and knees, and then I'm going to do the opposite. So left leg, right arm, okay? When you do the more advanced version like this, all you're doing is you're just taking the same exercise, you're making it more difficult, and you're requiring more muscles in your core to help stabilize the spine. The next one we're going to show you is going to be a plank exercise. So a lot of you are familiar with the plank. We're going to show you the exact form that you want to use. Planks are going to really target the deep muscles in your abs. It's called your transverse abdominal muscle, and we need to make sure we target that. It's going to help stabilize the spine on the front part. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do a beginner version of a plank. So again, a lot of you are familiar with planks already. I want to make sure we're doing them the right way so we don't cause a different injury. We want to make sure that we're preventing injuries with the plank. So the first one we're going to do is going to be a beginner version. So what I encourage everyone to do, all my patients, is to be on your knees for the beginner version. So you're going to walk the arms out, all right? And so you're going to be on your knees instead of up on your feet for the beginner version. Really, really important, what most people get wrong is that they let their back sag. So you need to make sure you tuck your butt underneath, just like that. Then you're going to walk those arms out. You're going to make sure you have a flat back, tuck that butt underneath like that, and you're going to hold that, just like that. Now, another tip on this exercise is that when you're holding that, you want to make sure you're bringing your belly button inwards towards your spine. So you're going to tuck in here, and you're going to bring the butt underneath like that. That's going to keep your back flat. If you sag the lower back like that, you're just going to strain your back even more. So super important that we keep that nice and rigid. We typically want to shoot for 15 to 30 seconds when you begin with that. As you get better with that, you'll go longer. Once you get to about 90 seconds or 2 minutes, it's time to step up to the more advanced version, which we're going to show you next. All right, so let's go through to the advanced version of the plank, which a lot of us are familiar with when we're up on our feet. So again, we want to have the same principle there. We're going to go up on the toes this time. We're going to make sure we tuck the butt underneath, and we're going to bring that belly button up towards the spine, just like that. So we want to keep a nice straight posture there. And again, we want to look straight ahead. And we're going to hold that position right there. And we're going to do that position again. We want to shoot for 15 to 30 seconds to start. As you get more advanced, you'll take that up. Some people are planking up to 3-4 minutes at a time. You want to get to that point where you're real stable and your form's really, really good. Highly suggest doing this in front of a mirror so you can make sure you're monitoring that you're keeping your spine nice and straight. The next exercise we're going to show you is going to be a bridge exercise. Again, I'm going to show you a beginner and an advanced version of this. And really the bridge is going to mainly target the glute muscles in your butt. It's also going to target your hamstrings, and it's also going to target the lower back muscles. All right, guys, so the last exercise we're going to go over here is going to be a bridge exercise. We're going to show you the beginner version first, and then we'll get to the advanced version, all right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to start on our back. A lot of you are familiar with the bridge already, but we're going to start in this position. Arms flat on the ground. Head's going to be flat on the ground here as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure our heels are nice and stable there, and we're going to bring our butt off the floor, and we're going to squeeze the butt together. So what we're doing here is we're actually working the lower back muscles, we're working the glutes, and we're also working the hamstrings. So we're going to come up, we're going to hold that for 5 seconds. Come down, we'll come back up, we'll hold that for 5 more seconds, and come down, all right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the advanced version right now from the same position. So the advanced version is going to be exactly the same. What we're going to do is we're going to lie back, we're going to get in that same position there. We're going to come up, but now we're going to bring one leg up off the ground. So the hip and knee are 90 degrees. Hold that for 5 seconds. We'll come down. We'll come up again in the bridge and bring that leg up. Hold for 5 seconds, come down. What we're going to want to do with this one is we're going to want to do 20 repetitions in the beginner. We're doing 5-second holds for 20. Once we get to that advanced version, again, we're going to want to do at least 10 on each side. If not, do 20 on each side and make sure you're getting those muscles in the glute, the hamstring, and the lower back nice and strong so that that lower back pain gets much better for you and you're way less prone to injuries. All right, guys, so that was the 3 top exercises for lower back pain. Again, one of the main reasons people hurt their lower back is because their muscles are weak all around. So it puts a ton of stress on the spine because the muscles aren't working very hard. So then all of a sudden you go to lift groceries or you go to shovel snow and you hurt your back, those nerves get irritated because the spine's doing way too much work. By getting our core nice and strong, it's going to relieve that pressure on there. If this video is helpful for you, we want to ask that you share it on your timeline or share it with your friends so they get that same information. Again, it's totally free. We want to make sure we share this with you, give you really high value content that you can take and use on your own, or you can help someone that you know, or a friend or family member. All right? It's been Dr. Devon Coughlin with another health tip as far as reducing your low back pain by strengthening your core muscles.